The following video is sponsored by Luxury Playstyle. If you haven't already seen these amazing tokens, check out some of my reviews. Go to Luxury Playstyle, check them out. Amazing full metal tokens for X-Wing as well as other games. You're going to love them. You can save 15% by using code Crabbok VIP. Definitely check those out. Hello there. What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to be doing a B-Wing list, and this is kind of difficult to do because we don't have the point costs in the exact specifications for everything, but what we do have based on the new B-Wing stuff is going to be pretty fun. So I figured I'd just kind of explore a couple of ideas and, just have a little fun. It's Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas to everybody. And, I also got a little 12 Days of Life Day giveaway coming up in a little bit closer to the end of the video. So if you like free stuff, make sure you stay tuned. By the way, if you still want to enter to win, there is still time. There's still more giveaways for the 12 Days of Life Day. Christmas is not the end because I said it runs all month long for December. So if you're interested in winning, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. So you may know that we just got a preview of some of the B-Wing stuff. We got a new pilot for the B-Wing. And so I'm using yet another Squad Builder 2.0. Fantastic Squad Builder. Pretty much completely superior to the regular Squad Builder because, hey, it gets updated. So, that's cool. But yeah, so like right now, if we look at a B-Wing and we wanted to go to like the configuration, your S-foils are going to, they're at 200 points, which is kind of the default for, hey, we don't have a points cost for this yet. So, I'm going to be guessing on points here. And so I'm really going to be exploring some ideas rather than will all of this fit into one build. And it certainly may. It may not. We don't know what everything's going to cost. And that's kind of why another reason why I'm kind of so averse to the fact that everything's in a Squad Builder, because we can't really do as much. So the configuration, the stabilized S-foils, assuming if they're free, of course, there'll be an auto-include on everybody. And if they're expensive, they might not always be an auto-include. So it kind of depends. But I have a feeling they'll probably end up being an auto-include on most builds. Unless, of course, you're just running bare-bone B-Wings. But still, you might, So basically, if they're closed, it lets you reload, and you can barrel roll into an evade. And if they're open, of course, you can barrel roll into a target lock. Red, of course, for the evade and the target lock, and also red for the reload. And it also gives you the option, if you have that target lock, you can do a second attack. A bonus cannon attack using a cannon you have not attacked with yet this turn. So ideally you could do it with just one cannon, or you could use two cannons for that. So we're going to explore some single cannon and some double cannon options and a couple of those things. So I think that'll be fun. So I wanted to start off, like our new pilot here is Gina Moonsong, and she's of course got the at the start of the engagement phase. You must transfer one of your stress tokens to another friendly ship at range 0 to 2. And I think she works really great with our other B-Wing pilots because we've got Ten Num and Braylon Strom here who are great with wanting to have stress. Either one of them would work great. So I'm going to kind of explore a couple of different options here. So first off, let's say Ten Num and Braylon. I really like these guys. Gina can get stress just about any which way. I think one of the ways that she'll probably end up getting stress is by trying to, keep the S-foils open and getting, maybe barrel rolling, getting that position into the red target lock. So I will think she was probably going to want two cannons. But since I think I'll be barrel rolling with her a little bit more so, then what I will do is I will give her an ion cannon and a heavy laser cannon. And again, she can do a primary weapon and then a heavy laser cannon if she's lined up just right, or she could do a heavy laser cannon first and then an ion cannon afterwards to get them to spend all their stuff and then kind of set up the other shot because, hey, maybe everybody's going to be doing all this. Again, I don't know if you're going to be able to fit all three of these. Of course, I'm going to be over 1,000 points by the end of this because of all of the upgrades and because everything costs 200 for Gina, 200 for S-foils. So we don't know, but considering that these pilots are around 50 each, and then a couple of upgrades, I think we'll be able to fit it. We'll see. And of course, you make some changes if you can't. So we'll start off with heavy laser cannon and ion cannon for Gina. For Ten Num, I think he'll be gosh, it's really fun kind of messing with Ten Num. I think Ten Num might try running with the the S-foil's closed. And I'll give him proton torpedoes. That's expensive. Again, I don't know if we'll be able to fit it, but I really do like proton torpedoes. And if 10 Num gets Gina's, if he gets her stress, if Gina's able to transfer her stress over to 10 Num, then he's going to have the target lock already, which, if he needs to reroll, he can, because 10 Num he is going to be able to spend that stress to change all of his eyeballs to hits for the proton torpedo, which is awfully nice. And then, of course, then one of them also then becomes a crit as well. Super, super cool. So that all kind of factors in, feels like it works together. So I really like that. But in case we happen to have we won't need them closed all the time because we won't have to reload all the time. But in case we want them open, we can also put a single cannon on here too, because, hey, let's shoot a proton torpedo, and then, if we didn't have to spend our target lock, then maybe we can fire also. So for 10 Num, let's go ahead and, I'll put an auto blaster on him. Maybe, and the thing is, if we don't end up with the proton torpedo shot, we can do a regular shot and then into auto blaster. Maybe we'll have the option to do that. I think that one would be fun. But since I'm thinking of, I'm going to do talents last, actually. We'll look at talents at the end, because I have two real options, but let's look at loadouts here. Now, Braylon Strom's, he's said, while you're defending or performing an attack, if you're stressed, you may reroll up to 2 of your dice. Now, Gina's only going to be able to transfer 1 stress, so she's not going to be able to manufacture stress on all these other guys, but I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. I think ideally here, I would like Gina to transfer it to 10 Num, and then Braylon to just generate his own. And so, doing that, I think Braylon, I'll give him Auto Blasters and Tractor Beam. Auto Blasters and Tractor Beam there, and so maybe the Tractor Beam pulls them right into where they want to be, and then lines up the Auto Blaster shot, or something like that. That would be a kind of a fun one. I think that would be fun. So we got heavy laser cannons, ion cannon, Auto Blasters, Tractor Beam. We got cannons all over the place, but we don't necessarily need to have double cannons. I think if you're running the stabilized S-foils, though, you're probably going to want at least 1 cannon, because you'll probably have the option to do it at some point. So that's what I have down there for Braylon Strom. Now, obviously for Braylon Strom, I think fire control systems is going to be pretty much the obvious choice on most of these. I'll give it to him. I'll give it to Gina also. For 10 Num, I think you could maybe consider collision detector. I think you could consider that. I think it could work on any of them. Really, it's a possibility, especially if you're going to be barrel rolling, quite a bit more. Maybe Gina might want collision detector too. If she's trying to barrel roll, do that red barrel roll to put herself, you don't want to end up on a rock and then not be able to shoot. So, or you don't want to have to roll for damage and then at just the worst possible point, or who knows? I can see an option for collision detection as well, but I think fire control system is generally going to be the better option here. So I'm going to go with fire control system. I kind of like that one. It might be less of an issue for Braylon, really, because he gets the rerolls automatically. So you know what? Let's put collision detector on Braylon. So there we go. Well, we'll have some fun with that if we want to basically be able to spend a charge to not, because he's going to have his rerolls anyway. So that's fun. Now let's look at talents. I am thinking of, there's certain ones that are always good, like Crack Shot's always good. And Crack Shot works well with a lot of the other stuff that we have going on here. Marksmanship can work also, especially if we're thinking, but I think the real thing that I don't even know if marksmanship is as good anymore. Sometimes I think of the old 1.0 with 10 Num's crit ability, and I'm like, oh, well, that works. And I'm like, I don't know if I really haven't run B-Wings very much since 1.0. So part of this is also an opportunity for me to kind of revisit them. But I think the biggest one, I think Trick Shot would be really nice here. Because if you're able to line up one of those shots and you put it through an obstacle, you're going to be able to roll an additional die, and that's going to work on basically any shot. So if you do get the double cannon shot, you're going to get 2 extra dice out of Trick Shot. So I think Trick Shot's going to be a really, really good option. And so I'm going to put that on Gina and on Braylon Strom, and that's, I think, a fun one. I think you're going to be able to get a lot of use out of that one. So maybe it'll be fun. But I'm also thinking about Debris Gambit. And this is something I'm curious what you guys think. I think Debris Gambit would be fun because No, you're not getting maximum value out of this, right? You're not getting all of it. But if Ten Num closes everything up, right? If he has the S foils closed and he's running for his life and he decides he wants to barrel roll into into an evade, well, now he can potentially treat that action as white. I mean, you could chain action into a white action into another white action, which might be kind of cool. So I just think it's worth kind of exploring that. However, part of the advantage of Debris Gambit is that it's adding the red evade, and you may not now. Granted, you'll have that option even when it's open. You'll still have it even when they're open. So it's kind of cool. It's an option. But I still think Trick Shot's probably overall the better option. But that's just some ideas for some build stuff that I've been looking at, some things that I'm thinking of. It's really hard to put together exact build ideas when we don't know the points. We don't know if we'd have points left over for modifications. If we wanted to do something like Afterburners, which I don't feel like is as strong with B-Wings, considering all their turnaround abilities are too slow to really trigger it. A lot of little things like that. Maybe. Maybe just like a hull upgrade or a shield upgrade, something like that, might be a little bit better for them. And maybe in the case of Braylon, I could maybe see trying a stealth device. I've always enjoyed stealth device, but I always kind of love to rely on luck. And since Braylon can get those rerolls, it might work. It might be a good idea. You're going to get 2 agility that time. And again, hey, you've got trick shots. You're trying to hide behind obstacles anyway. You might end up rolling four dice with 2 rerolls. So I could see making a bid for a stealth device there. I could see it. It's a possibility. But again, we don't really know if we're going to have points for those. So if we do, then I would totally add them. Run 3 B-Wings and have a good time. So yeah, that's the build. I'll put a link. Again, I don't even know if the link probably won't be that good because what are you gonna do? You're gonna say like, oh, this is a 1,000-point list. So hopefully we'll get some points here pretty soon, and then we'll be able to actually come up with better lists. But I think you guys want to hear about giveaways. We got some giveaway stuff, don't we? Yes. So. Basically, the way the 12 days of giveaways works is I kind of announce the giveaway, and then you have like a month or so to enter, and then and I pick a winner. And this I'm just picking people who have picking subscribers who've left comments. And today the giveaway is for a Cartel Spacer alternate art. So if you like Scum, if you like M3A6, then or M3A Interceptors, the Sick Fighter, yeah, it's for a Cartel Spacer. This was from. I think I got that's a Star Wars Celebration, as a matter of fact. So I don't know how long they've been in circulation, but that's yeah. And so the winner for the Cartel Spicer is Tom Ryan. Tom Ryan, I want to thank you so much for being a subscriber, as well as for being leaving a comment, and congratulations. Just shoot me an email, let me get your contact information, and we will square you away. All right, guys. Well, that is about all I've got for you today. I want to thank you all so much for watching. And as always, have a great day.